For our final part of our windows project, I'll need a large piece of white paper. And to start off, I'll need a ruler and a permanent marker to create a sidewalk. I'm going to trace 3 lines on the bottom of my piece of paper to create the sidewalk. Watch my example and then pause the video. Try it for yourself. You can go back and watch this many times to see all of the steps. To add more interest to my picture, I'm going to draw the silhouette of a tree and some of the empty space on the white paper. Now, my trick to drawing a realistic tree is to think of the letter Y. Using crooked or curved bent lines, draw a crooked letter Y and then thicken out the trunk of our tree. Because this will be in silhouette or in the shadow side of the tree, we will color it in solid black with the permanent marker. This is a pretty sad looking tree right now, but we can enhance it and turn it into a more realistic tree by thickening out some of the larger branches and then continuing to add crooked letter Y's to branch out from these 2 branches. We start off with large, then work medium, and then finally small for details. Now we will add paint. In this example, I'm using tempera paints. However, watercolor paint or any other type of paint would work just fine. Because I'm painting the entire white paper, I chose tempera paint because it dries quickly. We want to create the same sort of scene that we saw in the book Windows. The story took place during late evening, during a sunset, and we want to capture that same look and feel in our own work. I start with a dark blue at the top, and then as I work my way down the page, I'll add some water to the paper. This will help with blending colors into another color. To create the look of a sunset, we would start with the darkest color at the top of the page, and as we work our way down the page, we will get to lighter and lighter colors. Blue would be at the top, then purple, followed by red, orange, and finally yellow. You can see that the wet paper allows the colors to blend into one another to make a nice, smooth transition. Finally, the sidewalk and the road below will be a dark blue because it will be in the shadows of the buildings in the neighborhood. Our paper is very fragile at this point because it's so wet. Set it aside to dry while we draw our character. On a small piece of thick white paper, draw a character walking in the neighborhood. We will color and cut this character out after you've drawn it. It could look very similar to the character we saw in the book. It may be drawn to look like you. In the book, the character was walking a dog. This character could be walking by himself or herself, but if you'd like to add a dog or another animal that he's walking, go for it. You're the artist. You make the decisions. In my example, I used marker to color his hoodie and his hair. I found a light blue colored pencil that I felt looked like denim for his blue jeans. I used crayon to color the skin tone. Because these figures are fairly small, I want to be able to cut them carefully without cutting anything off. A good rule of thumb for cutting is to only put 3 fingers in the oval of the scissors, and the pointer finger goes outside the oval in the notch. This helps with the control over the scissors. Also notice that I keep my scissors pointing up, and I turn the paper rather than the scissors as I cut. Now we can put it all together. Using my glue pot and a glue brush, I'm going to paint on the back of my house shape. Be sure to spread out the glue until it is transparent or see-through so that we don't have big puddles. Now carefully turn your house shape over and glue it into position. I like to press down on the shapes that I glue to make sure that there is a strong bond. Now carefully add glue to the back of your figures and place them wherever you would like on your artwork. Because my figure is walking his dog, I'm using a drawing pin to draw the leash.